Hi, welcome to today's Zoom session with Craig. Today I want to talk about grants and how students might be able to apply to certain grants. Now, as far as institutional grants go, everything is tied directly to your FAFSA data and based upon the Student Aid Index or SAI as determined by your FAFSA. So there's really no application there. But there are other grants out there that are available that are for specific situations. So I want to show you how to navigate and find some of those. So as usual, we're going to start on our psu.edu site. We're going to click on the Costs and Aid tab. Over here on the left column underneath how aid works, click on the grants link right below scholarships. So again, as far as the institutional grants go, all determined by the FAFSA data, automatically awarded, nothing that you can really do there. Okay. Down here is where we take a look at some of the additional grants that maybe you can apply to. And we have them broken down into a couple different categories. There are federal grants, and there are PA state grants and scholarships. Also, I just want to point out that there are a list of 7 states here: Delaware, District of Columbia, Maryland, Massachusetts, Ohio, Vermont, and West Virginia that do offer grant and scholarship programs for students who do attend Penn State. So if you're from one of those areas or states, make sure that you explore what they might have available for you. All right, we're going to start with the federal grants. So if we click on that link, we're going to scroll down here. Federal Pell Grant determined by the FAFSA. Okay, same thing for these other ones. The SEOG grant, the top 3, there's really nothing that you can do. Those are all pretty much basically determined directly by your FAFSA data. Okay, the one that is not would be the TEACH grant. Now, this is only a grant available for people that are in the education profession or education college. So if you weren't familiar with this grant, basically what it does is it allows you to, if you meet the requirements and you are enrolled in one of these specific education majors, you can sign up for this grant, and it's a $4,000 grant available for all 4 years that will help you towards your costs. Now, in exchange for getting the grant, you do have to maintain a 3.25 GPA, and you have to agree to basically teach after you graduate. Okay, so if you don't meet the requirements, then basically the grant turns into a unsubsidized loan. So either way, you're getting $4,000 to kind of help you towards your costs per year. But again, it is only available to certain majors, and this list does change from time to time. So our site is not always the most up to date. So definitely make sure you go out and you click on the actual federal site that you can link here to get the most recent information. All right, let's go back. Let's take a look at the state grants and scholarships. There are quite a few programs here available through the state. Okay, here you do have to be a Pennsylvania resident. So anybody that's out of state, unfortunately, you're not eligible. We do have some information here about the state grants for the summer, information about how to set up your account through Grant Us. And then actually, FIA is going to go back to the old system starting next year. So it will change a little bit, but you'll get information from FIA. Okay, here's a list of the different grants that are available. Again, some of these you can't apply for because they're automatically determined. So the PA state grant, if you set up your account and your SAI is in that range, you'll automatically be offered that. The Ready to Succeed scholarship is only for students after their first year if you meet certain income and GPA requirements. But if we scroll down, there's a couple of relatively new grants that we want to bring to your attention. Number one is this active volunteer tuition and loan assistance program. Started in 2022, so it hasn't been around really long. But if there's any students that are active members in volunteering in local EMS or fire companies, this is actually a grant that can get you up to $1,000 to help pay your school bill for the year, and you can receive it for every year that you would enroll. All the specifics and requirements are listed on that page if you click on it. Okay, the most recent new program through FIA is something called Grow PA. So this is over here. This is basically a $5,000 grant for specific high demand jobs. And basically you have to agree to live in Pennsylvania and work in that job once you graduate. So there are lots and lots of positions out there that do qualify for students in education. I believe that you can actually apply for the Grow PA grant and the Teach grant, potentially both. So for those students, you might be able to get up to $9,000 potentially in grant money. So definitely look into that to be sure. I don't think it's a one or the other, but again, this is a very new grant, so we're not 100% sure. But again, if you click on the link here, it takes you out to the FIA page, gives you all the information that you need about the Grow PA grant. All right. Again, as always, we're always here to answer questions. So give us a phone call, set up a virtual appointment, stop in and see us. We're here to help you out. Thanks for joining me today. And until next time, we are Penn State Office of Student Aid.